So let's talk about the brilliance of Shannon Sharpe. We have to go back to 2014. So in 2014, Shannon Sharpe was fired from CBS for the NFL Today show with Dan Marino. And they were replaced by Tony Gonzalez. He's all right. And Bart Scott, who I always thought was overrated. Now, the crazy thing when he was let go was like Shannon was the biggest personality on NFL Today. I never understood why they let him go. That's why I was so glad when they brought in Nate Burleson, because Nate has that same type of personality where you kind of gravitate to. Because the other guys are just kind of like, eh. So Shannon leaves there. He ends up with Undisputed with Skip Bayless. It goes fine for a while. Then they have a falling out. During that point, also, before he left, they had started Club Shay during the pandemic. So Club Shay started in 2020. Things fall out with Skip, which brings us to ESPN. So here's what happened today. So Shannon Sharpe ends up signing a new deal with ESPN to continue to be a regular First Take guest, not host, but guest, joining Stephen A. Smith, Martin Curran through the remainder of the NBA regular season with a new contract extension. So you're probably saying to yourself, well, I thought he had already signed a deal. He did. But here's what he did. He followed the LeBron James model of one-on-one contracts. When LeBron came back to Cleveland the second time around, LeBron always signed 1 year of an option deals. I think 1 year he had like 2 years with an option, but he always signed like 1 year of an option deals, which was maddening as a Cavs fan because you felt like, please just stay. But he did one-on-one deals to keep the Cavs honest about bringing players who can help him out. Shannon kind of took that model and brought ESPN, where the first contract was only for the NFL regular season. And the second deal is only for the NBA regular season. And I don't think he's doing this to keep ESPN's toes in the fire, but I think Shannon at this stage of his life likes options. I think he's very happy with First Take. He's only there 2 days a week. And maybe a third if Stephen A. is off and they need a guest host. But for the most part, he loves his deal with ESPN. The brilliance of Shannon is his options, which brings us to Club Shay. Like I said, Club Shay was started in 2020, but when he started, it was under Fox Sports because that's where he was working. So when he left Skip, one of the things he was able to do was get the rights of Club Shay, which is crazy. When I saw that, it's like, wow, that Fox Sports let him take Club Shay. Because at that point, even before the Cat Williams stuff, it was a really good channel on YouTube. I was kind of surprised that Fox Sports would just give that up, but somehow he was able to get those rights. He took those rights and he went to Volume Media. Volume Media is founded by Colin Cowherd, the syndicated sports talk show host. And Colin is a very smart guy. Shannon took Club Shay over there, and Colin said, we're partners. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. Because Colin is smart. He knows that Shannon's a personality. He knows Shannon's show was doing quite well on YouTube, and it was bringing in at that point pretty good money. So he said, we're partners. You're not an employee. We're partners. Then Cat Williams comes around and it blows up. He also has, what's the show? Nightcap with Ochocinco. So under that umbrella, he has Club Shay and Nightcap with Ochocinco, which is a brilliant show because they talk about sports, but they also talk about life and dating, and they have fun. And to be honest, I think of all the things that he's doing, Nightcap with Ocho is probably his favorite thing. And he probably does that almost every day, maybe four times a week. So Nightcap is also as brilliant. And I'm sure Shannon will probably do another show that he'll probably produce or executive produce that he probably won't be part of. But he's building a mini empire. Now, here's the thing that we should follow with him. Shannon's day job is ESPN. You have a day job. You could be a banker. You could be a teacher. Whatever it is. But I'm sure you also have a passion for something. You can still live your passion today with the internet. When I came here today, there was a woman named Kate Dutton on TikTok. I think it's KAITDUTON or DUNTON. I can't remember. But she was playing a very soulful song on the piano. And I was like, man, she's really good. And I noticed that she had like 20,000 likes and like 3,600 shares. I don't know. I didn't know who this woman was. She's not Taylor Swift as far as like popularity, but 20,000 likes and 3,600 shares of a woman that I'd never heard of in my life is amazing. I'm telling her story because if you are a singer, you're a frustrated singer, but you have to have a job to pay the bills, you can still upload songs on TikTok. You can still upload songs on YouTube, Bandcamp, and just let it grow. The thing about Shannon was he was fired 10 years ago. And he's just blowing up now 10 years later. Now, again, maybe it might not take 10 years. Like Club Shay started in 2020 and finally fully blew up in 2024. What I'm telling you today, no matter what your passion is in life, singing, drawing, designing t-shirts, designing jewelry, being a motivational speaker, create and upload. Create and upload. Start an eBay, Amazon store, eBay store, Etsy. Upload your stuff on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter X, whatever they call it these days. There's so many ways for you to upload your content, upload your passion. And again, you might not get anything. You might not get no likes. You might not get no views. You might not get anything. But take this dude's smile. See that smile on that face? That is a smile of a man who, even though it took a long time to get where he is today, he is far more successful now because he did Club Shay, because he took chances, because he keeps his options open. It's like, yeah, I have this thing where I'm creating all this content, but I also enjoy my life. I still get to work out. I get to still hang with my friends. I can still do the things that I can still enjoy life, but still have my job at ESPN and also have fun with Ochocinco at night, which technically is a side hustle, but it's a fun side hustle. So kudos to Shannon Sharpe for creating, and Peyton Manning too, for creating these new paradigms for people to follow. I don't think a lot of athletes will be able to do this down the road. I think after a while, ESPN and Fox Sports are keen to this. So most guys will probably be locked into that deal where they have to go to be on Greeny and ESPN and First Take and ESPN all the time. So a lot of dudes will probably be locked into that. But I will also say to them, yeah, okay, so even though ESPN will lock you in all day, you can still start a podcast. You can still start a blog. You can still get your creativity out there. So do the same thing. And you can do the same thing too.